Hey guys, this is Aegis, and I've got here a game on Nerazim Crypt? Nerazim Crypt? Whatever the heck the name of this map is, this is going to be a TVT. LiefMaster is going to be spawning over here as the red Terran player, and his opponent is the British General Cornwallis. So we'll see if Cornwallis is able to defend his base this time, unlike the last time that he tried. We've got his first SCV now poking out to the front. We'll see what he decides to do. I guess he's going to be walling in over here. Going to be protecting his city over here. And on the other side, LiefMaster is also rallying his SCV fourth. He will also be throwing down his supply depot up at the front. His supply depot is slightly later than his opponent's, so it will delay his barracks ever so slightly. So, Nerazim Crypt is a new map, or it's not really new anymore, it's less seen, I guess. So it does have your natural expansion down here. It's got these nice bushes over here, will protect your natural expansion a little bit from sight. And then there are these rocks that you can shoot down to open up this area, so you can wall this off. And then later on decide to break out, or if you wall this off and your opponent breaks this open, they will be able to bust into your natural expansion and do some damage. The barracks is on the way for LiefMaster and for Cornwallis as well. Gas is also coming up for LiefMaster. Everything looking pretty standard for this game as of this moment. I'm actually unsure of the level of play in this game. We'll see if their minerals decide to climb really high. We could also check the APM tab. I guess it's not super high level. We've got LiefMaster, Cornwallis hanging around 25 APM. I guess this could be a low diamond, high platinum level game. So we'll see what these players decide to do. First Marine is on the way for LiefMaster. He's also got his orbital command. Both players doing well in keeping their money down. So far, we have Cornwallis now saving up some minerals. We'll see what he decides to do. I guess he's just a little bit late on something. He doesn't have his orbital command just yet. He's actually delayed it for quite a long time. So Cornwallis is actually already in a horrible position. He's got his factory now coming up. Looks like it will be possibly Hellions. Maybe see a reactor pop up here real soon. Second supply depot is on the way for Cornwallis, and up at the front, LiefMaster has his 2 Marines patrolling around his base, just in case there's a hidden barracks of some sort. We have the orbital command finally finishing up for Cornwallis, and he's also got his factory and a tech lab on his barracks. So I guess we are going to be seeing blue flame Hellions. He's also getting to the point where he is almost going to have 150 minerals. His tech lab is a little bit late, so actually I'd say everything about this is slightly late. And we have the lift from both buildings here, and we do have the switch over. We will be seeing the blue flame upgrade getting started immediately. There it is, and the blue flame Hellions are going to be on the way. And on the other side, LiefMaster is gone for a second gas. He's going to be throwing down his natural command center. We'll be floating that over as soon as he decides it's safe. He's also got his own factory finishing up. No tech pattern seen as of yet. He may be going for Banshees. There's that starport coming up. This is going to be without cloak. We have the tech lab now on the way for LiefMaster, and basically these two builds sort of counter each other. And there's that starport now coming up. Banshees shoot down and can't shoot up. Hellions shoot down, can't shoot up, so they can't attack those Banshees at all. And we'll see what these players decide to do. Blue Flame is about to finish. The second Hellion has popped out. There's the third Hellion. That one's a little bit delayed, and because of that supply block, he will be unable to get it out quickly enough. And we have the second factory now coming up for Cornwallis. Looks like we have a swap over for that tech lab over here from that starport. Should be seeing a Banshee or a Raven started real soon. We'll see what he decides to do, and it looks like a reactor is on the way on that factory. We'll be getting some Hellions of his own, and actually going for Cloaking Field and a Medevac, so that's a great build here. That Cloaking Field will be used on the Banshees, when they eventually get out onto the field, we have more Marines now coming out, and another Hellion popping down for LiefMaster, and he's going to be finishing that medevac, and he will be finishing his cloaking field as well. We've got the SCV just patrolling over here just in case any sort of medevacs decide to pop by. Looks like Cornwallis is going to be choosing that path. We'll see if that SCV does scout that medevac headed down into that bottom corner, and we also have the tech lab coming up on this factory, and his command center has been started. Cornwallis will be expanding to a new location real soon, and it looks like finally a Banshee is on the way, and the cloak research is about to finish as well. And the medevac over here is going to be scooting by, and we'll see if that SCV does see it. It looks like it will be crossing paths, and that SCV sees that medevac floating right over. So LiefMaster, he should be able to respond. He's got his Marines at the front. If he would just move them back a little bit, he will be able to defend very easily. We have an engineering bay and a huge enclosement over here, actually, blocking every single path into this mineral line from this left side, and it looks like that medevac is headed in here right now. Looks like it's going to be taking a break over there for just a second. Hellions being loaded up for LiefMaster as well, and that medevac is moving in from Cornwallis. We'll see how much damage he's able to do, and he will be unloading in those mineral lines, and it looks like the SCVs are lining themselves up. Oh no, the Hellions actually getting control as well, and there's 10 workers killed so far. The Hellions targeting down those units, and it looks like a load up from that medevac will be able to get those Hellions out of here. 11 workers killed. Great job by Cornwallis, and it looks like the counter play is about to occur. Here is the Banshee. It does have cloak. It's going to be scooting in here, and is an engineering bay. Let's see. Scan has been saved up, and the cloaking field has gone down. That Banshee is beginning to get those kills up. 2 kills on that Banshee. 3 kills, and looks like a missile turret has been started, but it will be able to get plenty of kills in here. Are there any Marines over here? There's only 3. That Banshee can easily micro and kill those off. 8 kills now on that Banshee, and the Marines getting into position, and that scan is going to be used up right there. But that Banshee easily cleans up those Marines, and that missile turret does finish up, so LiefMaster not controlling as well as he could have. But it looks like still some space over here for that Banshee to continue doing work. 13 kills on that Banshee. Let's take a look at the workers kill tab. 11 workers killed by that Banshee. Soon to be, let's see, 13 workers. 14 workers now for that Banshee, and it is a captain, and 2 Vikings do pop out and will be able to clean up that Banshee. Should have sacrificed herself trying to pick off another SCV, but instead trying to get away, not going to work. Cornwallis did force LiefMaster to pull his Marines back, and another drop by those Hellions. Going to be getting in here. The Marines trying to get into position, and all of the units lining up. Oh, 21 workers killed by Cornwallis. The counterplay does work out, and looks like that medevac will be left to chill on his own over here. On her own, actually, and not too many workers left for LiefMaster. He actually has plenty of energy saved up on these command centers to throw down plenty of mules. I'm not sure what these SCVs are doing, but finally something cleaned up over here. Looks like it may have been a Hellion drop or something of that sort. 28 workers killed by LiefMaster, and 21 workers killed by Cornwallis. He's got his Siege Shanks up, though. He's plenty more Siege Shanks than his opponent. So if it comes to the point where it goes into a Siege Shank battle, it's going to be very difficult. Well, the first Siege Shank is only now on the way for LiefMaster. Both players now at 38-ish, 40-ish food. Generally even, just because they're floating out their command centers right now. Neither player looks like they actually want to attack. Although the army advantage definitely goes to Cornwallis with these 4 Siege Shanks with Siege mode. Over here, the Siege tech is only now on the way. Banshee has returned home, and the first Siege Shank is finally out. Little does he know, Cornwallis can actually push right now and do plenty of damage, even to force this orbital command to lift off. Additional barracks being thrown down by LiefMaster. He's saved up 800 minerals. So our blue player is actually macroing a lot better than his opponent, saving some energy on these orbital commands as of this moment. Should be using that up. We've got the mules all dropped at the natural expansion. Another mule is at the ready as of this point, both at the natural and the main expansion, so he should be dropping those real soon. And it looks like a couple of Hellions have been moved out across the field, and they will see this push. This is actually going to be a very scary push. It's going to be 6 siege tanks, 4 Vikings for the spotting, as well as a Hellion going to be joining in the mix as well. And they will be sieging the high ground over here with those Vikings spotting. It's going to be very difficult for LiefMaster to defend, especially with only 2 siege tanks. The siege tanks are now in that corner and sieging up. A scan going down will be able to blast away that siege tank nearly instantaneously. A scan going down, and it does see that Banshee, and it's going to try to get picked off, but it looks like it will not be done. And the siege tanks over here destroying these barracks over here. As the Marines pop out, they are immediately destroyed. Looks like the Vikings over here actually on patrol, and the Banshee getting in here and doing the work, gonna be cleaning up those siege tanks. Looks like the Vikings do spot it and clean it up. These barracks will soon be going down. The siege tanks blasting away a couple of Marines over there. The first barracks does fall. 2 additional barracks will be falling real soon. Another Viking getting in here on the action, but it looks like it will be falling very quickly as well. No more siege tanks on the way for LiefMaster. So he's actually in a really strange position where he's not making too much. He doesn't have enough gas to make a siege tank, but he doesn't have much else to make anything at all except for Marines. He's not even queuing them up very much on this one barracks over here. He's trying to make some more units. He's got a Marine over here. He's got these 2 refineries now on the way, and Cornwallis now starting to gain a lot of money, not macroing very well as of this moment. No additional units being produced, no second army to do the finishing blow. So if those siege tanks get cleaned up, he's gonna have to go all the way back home and redo everything. We've got LiefMaster here mining 1 guy in each gas, so it looks like he's a little bit busy working on this push right here. We've got a turret actually going down by LiefMaster. Does not want those Vikings giving those siege tanks any more additional spotting, and I actually want to see where Cornwallis is looking. Let's see, Cornwallis is just looking over here. He's very much concerned with this battle, so I guess this is probably a platinum and under game. Probably mid-low platinum, I'm not too sure, but it looks like 2 command centers being started over here by LiefMaster in case he loses his main. We have a siege tank now sieged up, making sure that those siege tanks cannot push any further. Like to see those new reinforcing siege tanks go ahead and attack the natural expansion. That'll spread LiefMaster really thin and be completely unable to defend. He's got 2,400 minerals in the bank. There's even 2 Hellions now headed in here. Those SCVs are in danger. Looks like the first one going down will be that Mule. Mule does go down, as well as additional SCVs falling, 2 kills and 4 kills each. It looks like turrets now up will be able to defend against those Vikings in the air, and the Hellions are going to be trying to take down this orbital command, a siege tank unsieging and moving out here to try to take care of those guys. Looks like another SCV getting taken out, 4 kills each on those Hellions right now. The siege tank does siege up, and it looks like the Hellions will actually go ahead and attack that siege tank, and the SCV is actually moving down the ramp. Oh no, Cornwallis getting additional kills right now. And so far, these 2 command centers are now complete. Additional barracks being thrown down in the top corner, and the siege tanks securing a very nice position over here, denying the use of basically the entire base for LiefMaster. And LiefMaster doesn't have too much going for him as of this point. Mules being dropped over here should be starting up those orbital commands to be able to throw down additional mules, maybe even start some factories over there to build a completely new base. And Cornwallis actually not macroing at all, not taking either gas, no SCVs mining it. Here, tons of SCVs in the main, needs to get those out of here, and not spending his money very well. No Marines popping out, no additional siege tanks, just a couple of siege tanks being queued up, no Hellions on the way, no Vikings, and finally a push forward with the siege tanks to this location. We'll be sieging them up, easily cleaning up a siege tank over there. Another siege tank does pop out for LiefMaster, and it looks like he's building a ton of barracks in this top corner, expending all of his money, and little does Cornwallis know, this completely new base over here for LiefMaster will be able to start pumping Marine Marauder real soon. All the mules being dropped over here, as well as the 2 gas being taken. He may even take the natural expansion over here and take a completely new base. Cornwallis here finally making a couple SCVs, still getting supply blocked. This game has been under 80 food for the entire time the orbital command does go down. No lift from that one, and it looks like the SCVs over here have completely mined out the main. 2 Sea Shanks over here trying to hold the line, but it's going to be very difficult against these Sea Shanks pushing up from Cornwallis. He's got 78 food, and the concussive shell and stim pack is on the way for LiefMaster right now, so he's going to be massing that Marine Marauder army. There is a Hellion at this location trying to clean up this base by itself, and Cornwallis needs to notice this and bring some Sea Shanks over there to clean this up before those Marauders start pumping out. 2 Marauders are now on the way. Plenty of mules being dropped over here, not really too many SCVs though. And the Sea Shanks on the high ground will deny those Sea Shanks a chance to be able to move up any further. And additional barracks being thrown down over here by LiefMaster as well. And finally, a Sea Shank does move forward and take out 1 Sea Shank over here. A scan going down will be able to clean up additional Sea Shank. And the Sea Shanks now moving into position. The Marauders are about to pop out. The concussive shell is done, and the stim pack is also done as well. The Marauders are in range of those tanks, and if Cornwallis does not notice, he's going to lose those tanks basically completely for free. First Sea Shank does go down, but 3 Sea Shanks are not going to be able to hold the line against those guys over here. And the Sea Shanks from Cornwallis now headed into LiefMaster's main, and he's completely mined out over here. And the Sea Shanks now sieging up against a completely empty base. The Vikings starting to work on those barracks. The barracks trying to get away as quickly as possible. And LiefMaster is going to be sacking his main. Cornwallis knows about this expansion, but once that stim pack is complete, it's going to be very difficult to hold, especially because he hasn't taken the gas at his natural expansion. Oh my goodness, Cornwallis, do something. He's got Hellions on the way, but that's just not going to be good enough. All the factories are completely queued up. No additional Vikings on the way. SCV chilling out, finally throwing down 5, 6, 7, 8 depots at the same time, as well as 2 gas. Figuring that this place is going to be cleaned up. He's also figuring that he has the contain over here, so he doesn't need to look at his units, but little does he know, so many Marauders out in the field will be able to bust through here real soon. Another command center is on the way for Cornwallis. He has 3,400 minerals in the bank. Oh my goodness, he doesn't have enough gas to do too much. But, well, too much as in not to throw down additional Sea Shanks, but he does have plenty of those guys queued up. Looks like the Marauders pushing down here, stimming up, and going to be cleaning up those Sea Shanks very easily. Cornwallis is going to have to defend with all of his might right now. Those stim Marauders are getting into position. They're running over here, and the Sea Shanks on the high ground will be able to rain down the fire on those Marauders and take a couple of those guys out before they even do any damage. It looks like a stim pack will soon be used, and the Marauders actually losing a couple along the way and killed one of their own, so I guess they will be cleaning up the rocks over here. A couple of SCVs also running through will get cleaned up by those stim Marauders, and it looks like a Hellion trying to poke forth a couple of Sea Shanks on the high ground for Cornwallis, and LiefMaster is actually completely supply blocked, and the Sea Shanks over here looks like they will be able to defend against those Marauders over here, getting cleaned up, overstimmed, and ran through a bunch of Sea Shanks, so it looks like another Marauder army is going to be on the way real soon. Additional supply depots on the way for LiefMaster, throwing down the supply depot cap lid thingy. What is it called? It's the extra supply call down to be able to get that extra supply, and we've got a couple of Sea Shanks and Vikings hanging out over here, and the planetary fortress now on the way for Cornwallis, so he's looking in a better position as of this moment. LiefMaster has the better army, I guess, but he does have these Sea Shanks now moving out, but this is a really bad position to be in, especially if you're using Sea Shanks. They have no ground cover, and those Marauders can easily stim up and run out here. There is a single Sea Shank and a Hellion over here trying to hold this ramp, and it looks like the Sea Shanks now repositioning themselves, and they're not sieged up. Finally sieging up over here, the Marauders stimming forth, going to be running into that Sea Shank line, and it looks like Cornwallis' Sea Shanks will all be going down, all at the same time. And it looks like those Marauders stimmed up will be able to run forth, and Cornwallis is in such a horrible position right now. He's got basically 2 Sea Shanks here, and the Marauders are running in. A scan going down, a Sea Shank is on the high ground, another stim, and it looks like those Marauders are actually really, really red because of that second stim over there. That Marauder, the Marauders easily cleaning up those Hellions, as well as a couple of Sea Shanks over here. Another Sea Shank now sieging up, and it quickly falls as well. And Cornwallis is in the same position as LiefMaster was earlier. He just needs to throw down a couple of command centers as well as some barracks, and see if he can get some marauders to counter those marauders over here from LiefMaster. Another Hellion going to be popping out, and the SCVs returning to the main, as well as the Vikings coming back, trying to defend against those marauders. And it looks like the SCVs will be going to work on those marauders, and the marauders trying to clean up those SCVs, and a single Sea Shank pops out. We'll be able to siege up and clean those marauders up. Actually, those SCVs did it basically all by themselves. A couple of idle SCVs hanging out over there once again. And LiefMaster is actually mining out of his new main base, is going to be taking his natural expansion in just a second. And he swapped positions with Cornwallis, going to be switching over to these larger armies and less econ places. And we have the single Sea Shank moving out for Cornwallis. Not sure what he's up to. Looks like it will get caught by all of these marauders and easily cleaned up. The Sea Shanks are going to be sieging on the high ground along with the Viking spotting, possibly rain some fire down on those marauders. Looks like it does barely not happen. And the Marauders actually know about this expansion. Looks like they will not be going for it. The Sea Shanks repositioning themselves on the high ground. The Marauders are running in here, taking some fire from those Sea Shanks. The SCV is retreating from the natural expansion, and a lift from that orbital command will be able to save it. And the Marauders over here still at 0-0 upgrade, as well as the 0-0 for Cornwallis over here, going to be running straight up to those Sea Shanks, trying to clean them up. Looks like it does happen, and the Marauders now slightly weakened, but are running into the base of Cornwallis once again. 29 food left for Cornwallis. I wonder if he's actually going to be able to hold this off. He's not actually making too much over here. And the SCV is coming to town once again, going to be working. Never mind, they're just trying to run away. It will not happen. All the SCVs quickly fall down, and the SCVs transferring over will also fall as well. And two SCVs do get away from this base, and a nice lift over here will prevent those buildings from getting shot by those marauders. More marauders on the way for LiefMaster, as Macro is going to be falling soon because he does not have too much mining left to do at his main base. He will be needing to transfer those units real soon, and it looks like this main is just getting hollowed out by LiefMaster. And over here, Cornwallis just not too sure what to do. He's got his orbital command hanging out over here. He can easily take another base. The factory is also getting out of here. The barracks also floating away, and a starport is going to be moving back to see exactly what's going on. The Marauders cleaning up over there. It looks like they have more mop-up work to do over here. There's additional supply depots as well as this planetary fortress. And over here, a single Hellion is patrolling back and forth. And it looks like a row of barracks now on the way for Cornwallis at 18 food. I really doubt he's going to be able to win this game against all of those marauders. A starport now on the way for LiefMaster. He just needs to keep macroing, take another base, just tech up a little bit, do some additional making of units as well as those upgrades. LiefMaster going to be moving in here with his marauders, and he does see all of those barracks and a mass lift from those barracks, quickly floating those guys away. The marauders going to be chasing after those barracks. Looks like the barracks will be queued up to land somewhere real soon. All the barracks trying to get away, and the marauders getting into position. We'll be able to rain down the fire on that refinery over here, and it looks like the barracks decide not to land over there. A single barracks has landed over here as well, and more marauders, not really more marauders, and no more marauders on the way for LiefMaster. He's just focused on cleaning up all of these barracks. I have no idea what they're doing right now, but LiefMaster is clearly at an advantage. 113 food to the 16 food of Cornwallis, so it's just BM over here from Cornwallis right now. He's trying to re-land his command center over here, but a single SCV does deny that, and LiefMaster actually not paying attention to all of those barracks. We'll see what he decides to do with those 4,000 minerals that he does have in the bank. All of these marauders not actually taking out that planetary fortress, which is something that they could have done a long time ago. SCV is now transferring over to the natural expansion. I'm going to speed this up a little bit. And looks like another command center has landed over here for Cornwallis now, getting up to 25 food. Looks like that planetary fortress does quickly go down to all of those marauders, stimming and running in here, doing all the damage, cleaning up that command center over there. Another one has been taken, and mules have been dropped. And looks like he may be going for a Banshee to deal with all of those Marauders, which is a great choice. The Vikings chasing after those Marauders to see exactly what they are up to, and Vikings now on the way for LiefMaster, also making some Marines so he can deal with those Vikings, just doing the spotting action over there. SCVs fanning out all over the place, securing map control for LiefMaster, and Cornwallis now at 22 food, making a Banshee. He has his expansion over here. LiefMaster actually not scouting for those expansions. He's got an SCV checking down over here, as well as a Marauder left behind checking this location. He has an SCV checking over here as well on patrol action, just in case Cornwallis decides to take another base. Cornwallis over here with his Banshee will be popping out in just a second. SCV does come over here and spot this expansion, so those Marauders should be getting into position in just a second. Vikings landed down for Cornwallis, as well as additional reactors on the way, pumping those Marines out right now. We'll see if he's able to do it. He has so much energy saved on that over there. Looks like a scan going down from LiefMaster is trying to take out this base over here, and those Marines trying to do as much work as possible, and the barracks forced to lift once again. The Banshee trying to do some work, but there are plenty of Marines down on the low ground. That Banshee is going to have a very hard time cleaning this stuff up. And Cornwallis over here with that Banshee, he needs to control it well. The Marines stimming up, running after it. Looks like they will not get it. 8 health remaining on that Banshee, should get repaired. And Cornwallis has left the game. Finally, after a ton of BM, he's left the game. LiefMaster does take this game as predicted. So this is Aegis signing off. I hope you enjoyed that one. I'll see you guys next time.